Here it comes. It's Cancer Moon. It's Cancer Moon 4000.
I'm so prepared for this one.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome. I'm just gonna keep
this video. This is Party Trick Astrology. This is your Cancer/4th house moon video. Shout outs?
Cancer moons. Taylor McWhorter.
Yes.
Taylor Shell.
Yes. Two great Cancer moons, by the way. If I say anything mean about you, I'm not talking about Cancer moons. I actually really like you too. Steven is a Cancer moon, yes. I know a lot that I don't like, but those are the ones that I
definitely know more Cancer moons.
Just Gabriella. Oh, my old roommate. I was like, yes, my old roommate Gabriella has a Cancer moon.
Timo's a 4th house moon.
Oh, it just adds to his Cancer. Oh, that makes sense. Libra rising. There's lots of Cancer moons that we know, but we're forgetting you all, and you will get butthurt if we forget you and you're watching this video.
Sorry.
But yes, okay, so Cancer is ruled by the moon, and it is a cardinal sign, and it is a water sign, and it rules... the crab. Yes, it's crab, and it rules the chest. And what did you say? Isn't it also like the...
And the,
intestinal?
No, the... What's it called? Reproductive organs.
Oh, there you go. The word. And so when your moon is in Cancer, Cancer is ruled by the moon, so it is considered a very good placement. But
Shaina disagrees.
I don't completely disagree. I mean, I understand where it's coming from, but from a biased perspective, I will give a warning. I'm a Capricorn moon, so Cancer moon is my opposite. So any moon sign that is your opposite moon sign, you're not going to get as much.
Especially when your sun and moon are both...
When you have a stellium in Capricorn. So, just a fair warning, I'm biased towards disliking Cancer moons. But
so I'm going to take over for a bit.
Yeah. So if I seem like really aggressively mean, it is because I've experienced some bad moments with Cancer moons, and they can piss me off. Okay, go Nina, be nice.
Okay. So the number one thing whenever I see a Cancer moon in a chart, Drake Davis.
Oh yeah, and Ant. Oh yeah,
that's a Cancer moon she likes.
Those are like 5 really good Cancer moons.
Really solid.
Like, definitely. All the people that we named are like some of the best people. However, they're also some of the worst people in their Cancer. Okay, I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
But the number one thing that I say is, you loved your mom. And the the reason for that is because Cancer is a very maternal sign. It rules the chest, so you know.
When I see a Cancer moon, I'm just like, oh, you're super emotional.
Exactly, because your mom really was there for you emotionally.
Yes.
Both the Cancer moon and the 4th house moon shows that your emotions were really cared for in your family and by your
emotional needs were put like first and at the forefront. And I think it also shows like a lot of attention, or just like kind of like that mommy's boy, or you don't have to necessarily like be a mommy's boy, but you just like, when I ask somebody like obviously this is like not gender specific, like, oh, you love your mom, like even if they have quarrels with their mom, they're always gonna know in their hardest of hearts that they have undying love for their mother and that they appreciate them. You know what I mean?
Because your mom really took care of your emotional needs.
And just, I think not only emotional needs, but I think took care of you and showed you a lot of love and nurtured you, because Cancer is the mother, and you know, so you were so nurtured growing up and loved and cared for emotionally.
But what happens with that is because pretty much no other moon sign experiences this much emotional attention and emotional stability growing up. So this is where the Cancer shell comes about, is that you're very hurt by the world.
Because you're so vulnerable to it. Because I think that a Cancer moon can almost have some kind of like they have that shell like around themselves in the world, so it's like when they go out, it's just like, I don't know, almost like shocking. And a huge thing that is honestly like the main reason why I have issues with Cancer moons, and I'm gonna say this very nicely, is that you do have like a very big victim complex. Cancer moons definitely can, especially like, can find themselves the emotional victim in every scenario, and it's hard to see them as any kind of aggressor because they know that inside they're super sweet, super kind, super caring, because they have a Cancer moon, but like that doesn't mean that they have an ability to do people wrong, even if it's on accident, you know? And they just don't see themselves in that. I don't know what it is, but like, I just find that a Cancer moon will always think, I'm the victim of this scenario, and kind of act as such, and almost like, if they are, then they are, and that's fine, but they won't like take responsibility and see the other side in that sense. And that's what honestly bothers me more than anything about, you know?
Yeah, because you're so vulnerable. You really feel the need to be on the defense.
Yes,
that's where the
pinchers
come. So you put up this shell as a defense mechanism. You have your pincers as a defense mechanism, and you don't want to be hurt, and you don't want to feel hurt, and you're just so susceptible to it.
Oh yeah,
that
super.
It becomes a much bigger deal, and you'll most likely be hurt by littler things that other people wouldn't necessarily be hurt by, even other water signs.
Yeah, Cancer is it is the first water sign, so they do kind of have those almost like surface level emotions, as in it's the little things that are gonna get to them emotionally. And I actually thinking, I know double Cancer at my work, her name is Lexi, and but she's super cool because she's just like, she's aware, you know what I mean? And she, you know, so I would like, I'll joke with her, and I'll, you know, somebody will say something and she'll like laugh, and I'll be like, oh, but you're gonna cry in the bathroom about that later. But like, she's super cool, so she'll like laugh, you know what I mean? But she also knows that it's kind of true, and that she does do that. You know, you don't want to, because you have that shell, you have that protective shell over you, you don't want to show that you're hurt. You're gonna protect your emotions as much as you can and try and put on this like, oh, yeah, totally, and then you're gonna like go in the bathroom and cry about it, or cry about it 3 days later and just stew on the fact that this person said this sarcastic, and by person I mean me, so this sarcastic like mean comment to you, and you just feel super offended by it.
But the reason for that is just because you were so emotionally taken care of, and because you were so nurtured, you didn't really learn to put up a tough skin, so you had to like compensate with this shell.
Yeah, that can be broken easily. Yeah, and cracked open to the soft mushy stuff.
Another thing about the shell is that Cancers carry their home on their backs, because like their shell is their home. So the home is very important for Cancers as well,
emotionally connected to their home, like not only their home of wherever they are now, but also their home as in hometown, like that.
Yeah, just very nostalgic.
Oh yes.
Just
And boobs, it rules the boobs, so a lot of like girls that have Cancer or any placement in Cancer, they can be like, oh yeah, they like love their boobs, they're bigger boobs, or they like boobs, or guys like they have big thing for boobs, just like boobs all around with Cancers. Cancer is typically a more introverted sign, so you may even if you have like a very outspoken rising sign that's like super eccentric and stuff,
or social even.
That's exactly what I mean. Yes. In that there's always going to be a part of you that wants to go and be home and like the like kind of luxury, even if you're the biggest partier or whatever, you've like this fucking Leo rising or whatever, you're always going to want to kind of like chill out, mellow out, or in that sense, and be home alone or something.
Go back to your home, go back to your roots, relax, recharge.
And also I think with Cancer moons, they have like, this is like something really small, but I just notice it all the time, because like, you know, I can, you know, self-deprecating jokes is something that like we all do, except for Cancer moons. I find that you will never find, like, if I make a self-deprecating joke, most of the time people will bounce off of it or like laugh or be like, no, like, or like maybe they'll say something self-deprecating about themselves, or just, you know what I'm saying? Like Cancer moons will never put themselves down, I find. Like,
because they were never really put down.
Even as a joke, like if I say like, I find like I'll be like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing. They'll be like, yeah, you don't. And I'm just like, like that shit gets told to me all the time, and I'm just like, and I'm like, yeah, we're joking, and they're like, yeah. I'm just like, you want to joke back with me, or no? Okay. Like, no, seriously, that's how like a lot of them talk to me. Or like their response to my jokes or something, like they don't, I don't know if maybe they just don't get my sarcasm or something, but they drive me crazy. Now it's a perfect segment for fourth house moon.
On to the fourth house moon.
Yes.
The fourth house is the house of home, very Cancer-y, ruled by Cancer, obviously. And the moon, as we keep saying, is the most fast-changing planet / luminary. Having your moon in the fourth house is an indication that your emotional needs were met in your home. So kind of you get very nostalgic about that, and leaving home is a big deal because after that you're always on the search for security and a home that will provide you with all the needs that were met in your childhood home.
Good luck with that right after you
right? So like the moon is always changing, so you're always looking for security. You're always trying to find a home. Oh my god. The biggest deal for a fourth house moon is one, there's something wrong with their home and they feel like they don't want to be there. That will fuck you
hugely
up.
affect them emotionally. Yeah, totally. Because it's like, it's literal, like your emotions are rooted in your home.
Yeah, so maybe don't like always have people over. If you live with a roommate and they always want to have people over, be like, listen, I'm a fourth house moon. I need this.
That's gonna fuck me up, man. That's gonna fuck me up. And you have that like sensitivity in you, but it's not, I don't think fourth house moon will relate to like that victim complex because just doesn't translate as much. It definitely is more of a kind of, the difference lies in that like real need for that home security and emotions really just almost like purely wrapped up in the home.
Yeah, and I even said like it's a sign that your emotional needs were met, but I think it can also be a sign that your home was really unstable.
Yeah, and you're constantly searching for that stability even.
For whatever reason, security is really important for you, and it's not necessarily there, so you're always searching for it. So you kind of need to learn to put on your own little crab shell, make your own little home around yourself, and go searching for it. Go on your little crab walk and go searching for it. I just love doing the Cancer videos.
Okay, so if you have a Cancer moon, grow some fucking skin. So that you won't get offended when I say that. But no, you guys can be great because you care so much. You're very nurturing and loving. Like, oh my god, you make like the best doggy parents. Like, so cute.
You can give your dog a fucking Leo moon.
Yeah, anything that like you would take care of. I feel like you'd want a Cancer moon to take care of your child or like babysit. You know what I mean? Like you'd want them to like, because they're just so naturally loving and nurturing towards other people. It was the mom, so yeah.
And they're always on the defense, not the attack. So
oh yeah, totally. They're not like people who attack, but like they almost can be like aggressively on the defense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's your Cancer
moon,
fourth house. Oh my god, that was creepy. We kind of said the same time, but like not totally, so it was like weird. My camera overheated right as we were saying bye. So bye.
That's it.
This is the worst ending ever. Okay, bye.